What is pink and comes in a gallon jug that us RVers don't like to see? This stuff. So it's closing it up for the year. So I'm going to get started on this and we'll walk through it. First thing we're going to do is go open a valve inside the RV. Let's make sure that the pump's off, and it is. Let's open up a valve like a faucet, like the cold and hot. We'll do that in the bathroom. So, all right, that's open. And the reason we do that is so we don't have an airlock or a vacuum, if you will, holding the water in. So what we're gonna wanna do now is crawl underneath, and you're gonna see two, typically you see two, like a red and a blue hose coming out of the ground, or out of the ground, that would be bad. A blue and red hose coming out of the bottom of the RV. These are your low drain points. So you're gonna wanna look for your low drain points wherever they may be on your RV. And let's see if I can do this without getting the camera all wet. All right, so let's see. All right, just loosen them up. And here comes the hot water. It could be, and here comes the low. All right, so that is going to let the water out of the lines. Now, we're not done yet, okay? Because there's still gonna be water in the lines, and we're gonna blow that out with air. And I'll show you that here in a second. A nice little fitting that you can get to do that. All right, I got my box of tools, and let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera over, creating all kinds of havoc. All right, I believe it's a 15/16. 15/16. All right, again, we're gonna try this without getting everything wet. I guess I should move my toolbox. Water does come flying out of there. And I'm sure most of you guys are aware that when you drain these water heaters, obviously you don't have it scalding hot, so it needs to be off for a while. This one's been off for a week or so. But we're gonna also want to let the pressure out of that one. So we're going to back this off. My friend Tom West has a nice little setup. I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he can send me the parts list. If so, and he sends it to me, he might get an RV Wagon Tail sticker. Who knows? And then one day when we're all famous and everything, he was like, look at this, I got this because I sent Dave the parts list of how to make this easier. Almost there. Clank, clank. You could probably do it with the socket as well, but I don't know. I'll try not to interfere with this assembly here too much. I just don't want to have to fix something else. All right, now, see how that water's coming out? Kind of slow, kind of gurgly. You want to flip this pressure relief valve open, and it's going to let air through, and it's going to come gushing out. Here we go. There. Whoops, it closed on me. There we go. And that's why I was wanting to stay away with all my tools and everything. All right, so we're going to let that drain, and now we're going to dump any water in the freshwater tank. Okay, now we are under my rig. Yours will vary depending on your model. We have a We have a Grand Design Reflection 150 series 295 model, 295 RL to be exact. My freshwater tank is near the rear. So here we go. All right, so we had, I don't know, it's still draining. I guess we probably had maybe 20 gallons, maybe, I don't know. You can never have enough fresh water, and I think we have a 52-gallon tank in this model RV, and let me tell you, you go through water a lot faster than you think you do. If I had to do it over again, I would definitely get an RV with at least 100 gallons worth of fresh water. All right, so that guy is just about done. We'll let him drip dry. Come back around. Great. This guy is done. Now I've already cleaned the insides of this out earlier this year. Still a little residue of this thread compound, that thread tape, whatever you call it. Get that out of there. There we go. And I am going to leave that open, the pressure relief valve, for the moment. And what I do, so I don't lose it, is I just kind of put it right here for the moment. Now, I just found something out, that this is actually a freeze out plug. This right here. I guess that's what I was told, at least that's how I understood it for this model, the Medic. That should that tank freeze with water in it, that thing will pop out. Kind of like an old engine block freeze out plug, I guess. All right, need both hands. All right. So this is just gonna go in just enough to keep it so I don't lose it. When I get it in storage, what I usually do is take it out and just set it around here somewhere. All right, I think we're good. All right, water heater's empty. Low water point is drained. Now we're going to blow this sucker out. All right, be right back. So part of my arsenal that I keep kind of a little kit for anything water related. In here I have shark bite stuff, you never know. This is my pump hose that I use for pumping fresh water in. This is a siphon, a manual siphon, should I need to do that. This is what I'm looking for, and that will go onto the fresh water intake, and I'll pump air through that to blow out the lines. You'd be surprised how much air comes out. How much water comes out. My wife would tell you, you're getting a lot of air right now with me talking. So, all right, get everything set up. Okay, so got my little air thingy. I use these little quick connects. So obviously that, let's see. Might be able to make that work. Oh, please. Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay. All right, so let's take this guy out. Put this guy in. All right. Make sure we are on, let's see, our settings are for dry camping. So I think that should be okay. That should get the water out of the pump as well. Actually, I should drain the water through the pump as well first. And it's coming out through the bottom. All right, so got that excess water out. And now I'll use my Klein train horn airbag, or excuse me, not the airbag, the air compressor hose to get some air in this guy. All right, so pull the little plastic thing off. Sorry, it screws on. Hook that on there. Okay. And what I've got here is just a good old inexpensive pancake air compressor and Harbor Freight. I use it periodically. I mean, I don't have power tools that require air, but what you'll want to do is set the gauge for 40 pounds. Let's see, almost there. And what I'm looking at is this dial right here. It's right about 50, and there we go, right on the 40. We have a little bit more, I guess. I think 45 to 50 pounds should be okay for air. And we're going to go close all of our faucets except for one, and that's going to blow out all the excess water in the tanks. So let's go start with the one we had in the bathroom. We're going to close those. All right, so we're going to turn off the hot water here, and we're going to leave this open for the moment. All right, and I probably will need to recharge this, re-air up this tank. So let's go ahead and get all that plugged in. And as you can see, there is water still coming out of the bottom. Let's go check the faucet inside. As you can see, there's some water came out. Let's shut the code off. Turn this code on, see what happens here. Nothing. It's not like any noob. I'm not really a noob, but I did make a little bit of a mistake. Nothing that was bad, but I was noticing I wasn't getting any water coming out of the faucet. I thought I did, but there wasn't. And what I had forgotten to do was to put in my low drain plugs. And of course, like air, water will always, and air will always seek the path of least resistance. So all the air was just coming out of the low drain points, which is great, but not yet. So we drained all the excess water out first and through the low drain points, and then we drained the main water tank, fresh water, and now we're applying some air or air pressure to the lines to blow out any water left in the lines. Of course, if you kept the low drain points unplugged, it's just all gonna come out there. So I'm letting the compressor build back up some pressure, and we're gonna hit the drains again, or excuse me, we're gonna hit the faucet in the bathroom, and we should see better results this time. Close enough. Good enough for government work, they used to say. All right, put the line back on, and let's go see where we are. Oh, yep, I'm hearing water. Yep, so there you go. It's on code right now. Okay. All right, so there's the kitchen. I already had that valve open. Let's go to the bathroom. Oh, look how much water's still in there. Okay, let's try the hot water. Oh, look how much water is still left in the hot water line. So, kids, don't let anybody tell you that you don't have to blow these things out. You do, and then you still fill it with the pink stuff. All right. Okay, so the compressor is building up more air. I guess that is the downside of a small pancake compressor. Takes a while. All right, gotta do the same thing now with the shower. So I'm going to let that hang down, make sure it's pointing away from me. And then we're going to turn on the cold. And there you go, look at all that water. There's always going to be some in there, there's some residual water. I'm going to point you also to another YouTube channel. This guy did a really good job of showing how this stuff will still accumulate water even though you've blown the lines out. So it's good YouTube channel. I watch a lot of his stuff. All right, let's turn off the code. Compressor still building up some more pressure. Okay, let's try the hot. Here comes the hot water. Okay, so we have addressed the bathroom sink. Just water. Oh, it's gonna be just air. And the hot water in the bathroom. So we've just done shower, sink, we'll do the toilet last. Let's go back into the kitchen. Nothing but air. Go to the hot water. Oh, there we go. There's still some more. It's kind of sad to have to put them up for the year, isn't it? Don't you think so? Let me know. I think the compressor is just about done charging back up. Let's double check the waters again. You can do this as many times as you want. I'm just very particular about these things. I don't want to introduce a problem. You know, these RVs are finicky enough as they are. No sense in shortcutting on something only to find out that if you spent another 15 minutes you could have alleviated the problem. Okay. And then here, cold water. Yeah, it's just all air. Shut that off. Turn the cold off, turn the hot on. Let's try it again. All right. Not sure if you can hear that or not. Nothing but air. All right, good deal. All right, so we'll now shut all this off, make sure everything's off. Let's go ahead and pump this there. One of the things that we do, or I have done, is that pressure build up every year. At least once a year, I'll put this stuff on the seals to help protect that seal air. So in the spring, before I de-winterize, I'll put a coat of this. This might last me a lifetime. All right, I think we're done with the air. All right, so now that we've completely blown those lines out, take my air adapter out and put this back in. That looks pretty good still. I think we're all right with that. If I had to address it in the spring, I will, but I don't think I will have to. And so what we'll want to do is double check. Now that we've blown pressure, you'll want to hit these low points again. Get out any other water that's collected there. Okay. All right. think we're good. Tighten those back up. I'll probably let a little pink drip out of here in a little bit, but let's get everything else done first. All right, nothing like laying in water on Halloween. A little chilly out. All right, so now that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this to winterize, siphon to fixtures via pump. So that's the water heater bypass mode. We're gonna put this here, and that, and the white goes down. All right, I like this. I really like this. If you don't have one of these, get you a new RV. No, I'm just kidding. All right. And now the fun stuff. I'm gonna point you to another YouTube channel. A guy's name's Marion Blair, and he's kind of just a cool guy. I've always enjoyed watching his Ram videos, since that's the type of vehicle I have. But he actually has a video on how to take off the cap of oil, an oil cap. And I never thought about it, and I just did it with this, and it worked. All right, so let me get the hose. We're gonna start siphoning the pink stuff into our faucets. All right, so what I've done, I just have an old piece of garden hose that I just made long enough to do what I need to do. To keep the pump from working too hard, I just set my jug up here. This goes into here. And we'll put this right there. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna turn the pump on and let that build up some pressure. I think I've got everything turned off inside. The low drains are sealed. We are in winterizing mode. Let's see, horizontal left, black and blue, white is down, and green and red are horizontal. And it's sucking in the pink stuff. It should shut off here shortly. I guess I better make sure I shut everything off. All right, yep, that sink is off. Those are off. All right, everything's off. All right, I guess it's just gonna take a gallon or so to fill the lines up, since we did get all the water out, which is fine. You know, when you do these once a year, you kind of forget all the little details. And that's why you're watching this channel, because hey, we're just showing you how it is. Good, bad, and ugly. All right, there's 1 gallon in. Grab another. I bought 4 gallons. Usually I think that's enough. It might be more than enough, but I think I found my problem. Yeah, I found my problem. I was putting some of this stuff into the fresh water tank, which I guess won't hurt. Just have to give a good extra flushing in the spring. I need to make a note of that one. All right, now that we're doing it right, now it should shut off. There we go. Now it shut off. Okay, so that's what I thought. Thought something was kind of wrong there. So what I did is I had the green valve apparently in the sanitized position. I was looking at this, trying to winterize, but had it horizontal. So bad Dave, bad Dave. All right, now leave the pump on, and we go start pumping water into the sinks, getting those things filled. So should be okay. Just a little bit of that pink stuff in the freshwater tank. I always flush them out anyway, sanitize. All right. Pink stuff. All right. Get all that out. Cold and hot. Okay. All right. Same here. Okay. Hot. Oh yeah. Probably need to check, make sure I've got enough pink stuff in the jug still. And as expected, it was right at the end of being empty. All right. Okay, we're good on the hot water in the bathroom. Good on cold water in the bathroom. And let's do the shower. There we go. All right. Paint coming out of the cold bathroom. Shut that off. Turn on the hot. There we go. Now I'm happy with that. All right, so this is done. Cold and hot. Bathroom or toilet. Pink, that's what we want. Okay. And let's double check the kitchen. Yeah, I think it sucked in some more air. It happens when you're by yourself doing this stuff. It's kind of you have to stop, go out, check, stop, go out and check, make sure the bucket didn't tip over. Let's just see what happened here. Nope. There we go. All right. You also need to do this here. Make sure there's no water in these lines. So let's get that nozzle out. Yeah, there's some water in it. It's coming out pink now. Okay. Shut that off. Go to hot. We'll use our 4th gallon here. Typically I use the 4th gallon and just dump it straight into the tanks. That is what we have left. So we have about a half a gallon left. I'm going to double dog check the faucets one more time just to make sure I'm not overlooking anything, and then we can button it up for the year. Then I can pour the rest of it down the tanks. Okay, kitchen is flowing. Okay. And we'll do this guy one more time. That's good pressure there. All right. That might be getting low. That's good pressure. All right, I'm happy with that. All right. This guy is winterized. And now what we'll do, I'll just pour the rest of it down the drains, make sure all the traps and stuff are filled with antifreeze and not water. All right, I think we're done. Battery's about dead anyway. So, all right, talk to you soon.